The film begins with a woman named Lisa walking alone down a desolate stretch of rural road. Her face is drained of all emotion, worn down by years of grief after the tragic death of her young daughter. She moves like someone who no longer cares what happens next, drifting without direction or purpose. Eventually, a car stops beside her. The driver, a quiet man named Adam, offers her a ride. With nowhere else to go and no reason to refuse, she gets in. Inside, the atmosphere quickly turns unsettling. Adam tries to make conversation, but Lisa barely responds. A news report plays on the radio, mentioning a series of brutal murders committed by a man still at large. Lisa notices a burn mark on Adam's arm, exactly like the one described in the report. Realization hits her too late. Adam snaps, and a violent struggle erupts inside the car. Lisa is thrown out onto the asphalt, injured and helpless. The world goes dark. When Lisa wakes, she finds herself in a glowing, sterile metal chamber, wearing a tight suit with a digital timer on her wrist counting down from 8 minutes. She's strapped to a platform, surrounded by humming machinery. A screen flickers to life, showing a calm woman's face instructing her that if she wants to survive, she must move forward. Then a hatch opens into a narrow metal tunnel, tight, suffocating, and stretching endlessly ahead. Lisa crawls into the tunnel because she has no choice. Immediately, she realizes the structure is not just claustrophobic, it's lethal. The first chamber begins to heat up rapidly, glowing orange as the air grows unbearably hot. Lisa scrambles forward, scraping her elbows and knees across the metal, desperately trying to reach the next hatch. She dives through seconds before the chamber behind her incinerates. The maze continues with no relief. She crawls through twisting tubes, each more dangerous than the last. One section suddenly tilts into a vertical drop, sending her sliding down a narrow chute lined with spinning gears ready to tear her apart. She manages to cling to the walls with bleeding fingertips and pull herself into safety, gasping for breath, realizing the tunnel seems designed to push her to the brink of death again and again. Then comes a horrifying twist. She enters a new chamber and sees Adam, the man who kidnapped her, strapped down and mutilated. His eyes flutter open, and he begs her for help, claiming he's trapped just like she is. Lisa is thrown into a moral battle. She could help him, or leave him to the torture he deserves. With trembling hesitation, she chooses survival and abandons him. As she crawls away, the chamber behind her fills with acid, killing Adam in screams she can't unhear. The deeper Lisa goes, the more unhinged the maze becomes. She starts seeing visions of her daughter, smiling, reaching out to her, urging her to keep moving. Whether these are hallucinations caused by the suit, memories blending into madness, or something paranormal, Lisa can't tell. But hearing her daughter's voice steals her resolve. She continues through rooms filled with water that rise too quickly, tunnels that spin, compartments with rotating blades that nearly take her limbs, and crushing walls that push in from all sides. The timer on her wrist resets at the start of each new segment, as if the maze is watching her, testing her, judging her reactions. Eventually, she enters a section where the metal seems to warp into something almost organic. The air feels different, damp, alive. She senses movement, and suddenly comes face to face with a pale, humanoid creature crawling toward her through the tunnels. It has no eyes, only a sunken, deformed face and jagged teeth. The creature chases her down the tube, shrieking and stretching its long limbs unnaturally. Lisa slams a hatch on its arm, severing it with a sickening crunch, and the creature retreats into the darkness, howling in pain. With every near-death escape, Lisa becomes more convinced that the maze is not man-made. It feels like an experiment, a trial carefully designed to observe her choices, reactions, and resilience. Her visions become stronger. In a glowing chamber filled with floating lights and strange alien-like symbols, the image of her daughter becomes clearer than ever. Something, or someone, seems to be guiding her. For the first time, Lisa senses that this journey is about more than survival. It is about transformation. Eventually, she reaches the final room. Exhausted, bruised, and mentally shattered, she collapses on the metal floor. The room opens into a blinding white void. Her daughter's voice echoes, soft and comforting. Lisa believes she is dying, and she whispers one last apology to her child. But as she steps into the light, the world around her shifts instead of fading. Lisa awakens on a rocky shoreline under a different sky, one filled with soft purple clouds and shimmering light. The air is warm and peaceful. Her injuries are gone. She rises to her feet, confused, overwhelmed, and sees her daughter standing in front of her. Healthy. Alive. Smiling. They walk toward each other and embrace, reunited in a world that feels both alien and heavenly. It's unclear whether Lisa has been reborn, passed into a new dimension, or been transported by an intelligence beyond human comprehension.